Welcome.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, Cal.
Hey.
From the other side of the world. Well, that's interesting because we are three people here, and two of them are on one side of the world. I'm on another side of the world, so it's interesting to see. Well, let us know, where are you guys from? Well, besides that, let me just start by introducing myself. Hi, my name is Núrya. If you've been on the other webinars, you probably saw me or saw my name on chats. I've been moderating quite a bit. I'm part of the CSI team, and I'm part of also the Lisbon team. So I'm in Portugal.
And my name is Kerisha. I did one of the Dymo webinars. I'm here in Toronto with the main inFlow team, and I'll just be doing a smaller presentation at the end of this.
Hey everyone, my name is Tavis. I'm a product manager with inFlow Inventory, here to kind of support our support team and help field some questions and take in some feedback as well while the presentation is going on.
Okay, that's cool. Norway.
Yeah.
And we already have 42 people online, so
Great.
That's cool. Should we wait a bit more, or should we get
I
the
think
show
so,
on the
yeah.
road?
I think we
Yeah.
should wait just for a couple more minutes just to make sure everyone knows we're live and good to go.
Sure thing. So, well, fun fact, since we're here, not fun fact about myself, don't worry. So we have a hello from Norway from Ola. I'm probably butchering the name, but Ola in Portuguese means hello. So that's fun.
That's cool.
Oh, Tamim's on the chats as well. She's part of our team, so she'll be moderating this.
Mm-hmm.
Texas, San Francisco, Connecticut. Wow, we have people from everywhere.
All over. Pretty diverse group we have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool.
Oh, Ashley in Maine. That's cool. All right. Yeah, we do have a good amount of people so far. That's great.
And I see a few names that I can recognize. So we have people that really love our webinars. India. Oh, that's so cool.
Oh, it must be pretty late over there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, from Peterborough in UK. There's a Peterborough not too far from us. But I think a lot of our city names came from the UK.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of our city names, I think, are UK cities too. All right, 5 minutes. Is that about enough time, or?
I think so. 44 people. 8:30 in the evening.
Oh, it's not that late. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us. It might probably after hours for you. And same thing with even our West Coast viewers too. It's probably fairly early. Okay.
Okay. So good to go?
Yeah, let's start.
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
Okay, so just for we'll turn off our cameras for now, and you can carry on.
It's just me now.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We'll see.
I'll do it. Okay. See you soon.
Bye.
Okay, guys. So let's get this show on the road. We're going to talk about Showroom today. We have a bunch of stuff to show you guys, but let me just lay out what we're going to do. So first of all, I'm going to tell you what Showroom is and how to set it up. Then Showroom has this cool feature that allows you to customize it for your own customers, and I'll tell you all about that later. We will show you also what happens after a customer places an order. And finally, Kerisha is going to take the show, and she's going to tell you what you need to know about inFlow Pay, which is this cool feature that we just released, it was last week maybe? Well, you're going to learn all about it.
Yeah, it was pretty recent.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go. So, pretty common question from if you're hearing it for the first time. So what is Showroom? So Showroom is literally just a place to share your inventory and products info, and you can use it in a lot of different ways. So you can use it, for example, just a catalog to display the items that you sell. You can also let people know how much stock you have. And this is the best part about Showroom. You have special access customers that can place orders, and they can now pay for it thanks to inFlow Pay. So I have a few things to show you before I get to it. So this is just an overview of what usually your customer sees. As you can tell, we have two ways to see Showroom, the grid view and the list view. But they both have their differences, right? So grid view, you have bigger pictures and you can scroll around and just look to pictures directly. And with the list view, you have smaller pictures, but you can see like a lot more items on the same page. You can also change between views, so there's nothing to worry about there. You can search either by name or category on the search bar over there on the top. And also you can just select one category so you can browse what you're actually looking for as the customer. So now let's get to the interesting part. How do I set up my showroom? And well, I'm going to tell you everything, I guess. Here we go. So there are a few things that you must consider to have like the perfect showroom for your customers. So first things, it's kind of obvious. You have to have your products with a name and or a description. Like I would suggest a customer-friendly name or description. For example, if you sell parts and you have their names in numbers like parts 01345, it could be a bit tricky for the customer to just locate it on your showroom. So what I would suggest, you can keep the part name, the number in this case, and if you have a description like this is a keychain, they can just search keychain, they can type keychain, and they go to every keychain that you have. You can also do that with categories. I have an issue with saying categories. You're going to notice. Anyway, moving on. You should make every single product have a picture because, come on, let's face it, it looks prettier and it's easier for your customer to identify what they want. And finally, you should organize your products by categories so it's easier for them to search. And now I've been talking for a bit, so now let me just show you what we need to do. So I'm now going to share my screen because Kerisha has been sharing hers, and thank you so much for that.
You're welcome. I'll turn my camera back on while you're getting the screen shared.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to share, but of course it's not sharing. Can you see it?
No, not yet.
Yeah, because on my page it says it's sharing. Okay. I'm just gonna try to stop and turn it back on. Screen one. Share.
I can try to share mine if you want me to go in. Let's see if you can.
Oh, of course, this had to happen right now.
I guess this might be a good time to also go over questions that I see in chat. I'll just put the slide back up.
Okay.
I see that, oh yeah, it's already been answered. Yeah, there's no limit to the number of customers. And especially because the customers that you invite to your online showroom will be invited by you, that's pretty much how you can control the number of customers who could view an order from Showroom, because there's a list or like a special access invitation you have to send them. So ARPM, that's how you can control which customers have access to ordering. But we will definitely go into that more.
So apparently I cannot share my screen. I don't know what's going on.
I'm so sorry, everyone. Technical things always seem to happen when we're trying to present.
Yeah, like we had a test 30 minutes ago and everything was perfect. Let me just try to do this the other way around. Okay, I don't think I can share my screen.
Okay, so we can improvise a bit. Let me go back to turning screen sharing on my end.
Yeah. Please. Sorry.
How about you walk through what you wanted to present, and I'll just like click through. I'll try to do a Vanna White. And,
yeah, sure.
Okay, so which part? I'm going to go to the homepage.
Okay, sure. So what I would first do, I would go to the main menu just to let you guys know where the showroom feature is. Go to the main menu. I'm doing the same thing on my end, so we can do it at the same time. Then go to options, and then you just click that tab that says showroom. So here, as you can see, we don't have any showroom enabled, so we're just gonna need to toggle that button over there. Here we go. And now magically we have a showroom. So what we need to do first is edit the showroom settings. So you need to click that button right there. Exactly, there we go. And now you have a bunch of stuff that you need to go through just to make sure that everything is perfect. So the first thing that you have here is products. If you click on that arrow on your right side, you can see every category that you have set up. You can choose to leave some out of your showroom, or you can just select them all, like Kerisha is doing. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Then you can go back as when you have your product selected. Now, let's say that you want to show your products to a customer, but you don't want items that you don't have currently on stock to be shown. So you just tick that tiny box that says exclude items when they are out of stock. So if you have an item that is you don't have, people don't see it. Once it goes back on stock, it appears back on your showroom. Now, this is the fun part, at least for me. I think this is really, really cool. You have the display settings, and then you have like this tiny preview on your right side with the tangerine orange scanner. So here you can choose a lot of different things. You can choose how people see stock. You can hide it. You can show its availability and show the exact number that you have on stock. And as Kerisha goes and clicks every single button, you can see that on the right side, the preview changes. And this is really cool. So we're gonna hide stock levels for now. Yeah, okay, great. And then display. So these are the three things that I mentioned that you should have to make the perfect showroom: picture, category, and description. So if you click out of the picture, you can see that the picture disappears. Same thing with category and description. There we go. And now it's just boring. So let's just pick everything back up again.
Yeah.
That looks cool. And you see that we have a line, and then we have measurements and remarks. So these two are separate because you don't see it on the preview, like Kerisha is going to show you now. You see nothing changes. Why? Because to see the measurements and the remarks that you have on a certain product, you need to click on the product once you're in the showroom. So let's just leave them on for now. And finally, this is pretty straightforward. The contact information, you need to add your email so people can contact you. The phone is something that you can choose to have or not. And then finally, you have a contact message that you can just customize. And for example, our shop is like Tomb Raider stuff, so it has a lot of adventures. So our custom message is like, ready for your next adventure? Send us an email or call, because we now have a phone number. And whoops, I think that was me. Did I stop sharing?
What? No, I'm still sharing.
Oh, you're still sharing?
Yep.
I don't see anything. Okay.
Oh no.
That's amazing. Okay,
I still see you.
mind.
I still hear you too.
Okay.
So do you want me to hit save now?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So that was just for the generic public showroom, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Great.
Oh, that's weird. Now I don't see what you're doing.
Oh no. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm now just on the main showroom page. From here. And actually, I'm going to just go back to our slide. Does anyone have any questions about what we've shown so far?
Oh, yeah.
I see a couple have been answered already in our chat. is Showroom only available with your iCloud? Yes, unfortunately, this is only available with inFlow Cloud. It's not available for inFlow on-premise. I'm not sure if you do know, because some of our customers, we still have a few new customers to inFlow on-premise, but we actually aren't adding any more features to that version. We're still making it available for use, but this Online Showroom is exclusive to inFlow Cloud. So right now, that would be the only place where you can use this. Oh, looks like I'm not sharing anymore either.
Yeah, I don't see anything now.
Oh no, sorry about that. Sorry about the technical difficulties.
That's good. We're on questions, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. Everything was working perfectly like 30 minutes ago, but then, of course, something had to happen.
What does the showroom URL look like? Actually, I can go back and show you that. Right now, it is kind of following the your main account. It's actually this here is the showroom URL, but our team, I believe we're trying to work on any customizations. If that's something you would like to have like a custom URL, then please let us know and we'll add that in our feedback database. But right now, this is actually a preview link. If I was to go to the public access section here, edit public access, and then copy the link, I could see the link. I'm going to need to put this in incognito mode, actually, just because I already have it loaded up. But the URL would be here. This would be what the online showroom URL would be. So right now it's not custom, but we are definitely working on that.
So I think we also have a few other questions. Can I integrate the page in my website?
You could definitely link to it. Yeah, if you just, I think a good chunk of our customers do link to it right now. So that's what they do to pretty much it'd be the same as linking to a different part of their website. Actually, I think I saw a question about, is it in all the plans? Showroom is in.
It's not on the light plan.
It's not on the light plan, but it's on the standard and the plus plan. So right now it's only included in those two plans come standard. I'm not sure if it's an add-on. I'll have to probably check to see if it could be an add-on, but I think right now it's only on the standard and
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think that you need to either be on the standard or the plus one.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, and we have one more question. So can we email as a PDF file to our customers? That's a good question. I don't think so.
With the online, the
catalog?
No, because we're going to actually get into this inviting customers to it. They actually will get sent a link so that they can have access to it the exact same way we were previewing it. So there isn't a way of sending it like a PDF, but if you want them to have access to see what you have without being able to order, then sending them the public access link would work. Yeah. Is there any other questions?
I think that's it for now.
That's it for now, I think.
Okay. Okay. So
moving on. Now, the cool part. How do I customize Showroom for customers? Okay, so this is where we go to the special access showroom. So this allows some customers that you select to see info that you may not have them see on the public showroom. And they can place orders from that special link that we will send them. So now we're going to show you how to do that. And we have 3 scenarios here, like to send a special access showroom to just a regular customer, then to a retail customer that only wants to sell some sort of stuff. In this case would be tech, but we won't get too much in too much depth about it. And then just a possible partner that wants to take a look at what we sell. So they just want to see a catalog. So demo time, I guess. I'm sorry, Kerisha.
Am I driving?
Yeah.
Okay, that's okay.
I'm just going to do like the voiceover.
Okay, so where should I start?
Okay, so let's go down. So we can invite someone. Let me just check here. So we already have Amanda invited, so we need to invite someone else. So just go to invite someone. There we go. And now you can select either invite with an email that you have, or you can select a customer from your list. So now we're going to select, let's select, I don't know, Werner, down on the bottom.
Which
Let's
one?
select Werner or Werner. I don't know. I
Warner?
think that's
Okay.
German. So he should have an email. So let's just add an email. We just realized this while we were running the how do you
Like
say
a
it?
rehearsal.
Yeah, our rehearsal. Thank you. So if you have a customer on inFlow that has an email on their customer page, that email should show up. It's not showing up, but don't worry, we're already on it.
Yeah.
But for now, we just need
For now, I'm
to.
just going to type one in,
Yeah,
like a fake email,
please do. Thank you.
but this will auto-populate
Exactly.
as soon as that. It's just one of those days. Okay, I'm going to hit next.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so this is pretty much the thing that you saw like 2 minutes ago, all the areas to customize. So for now, you have over there next to products, you can see that it says match general settings. So if you want a showroom that's exactly like your public showroom, but you want people to have access to place orders, so they can place orders while seeing that showroom, you can just leave that on, the match general settings, both on products and on display settings. But we don't want that. We want to have a special room for this person. So let's start with just a general customer. We're going to select all products that we have on stock, which if you click on the arrow right there, we can see that we have all of them selected. So that's perfect. Let's go back.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, we already sent
Sorry.
the invitation.
Let me do that again.
Okay. So that's also another important thing. You cannot hit save as soon as you change things. You need to go back. Otherwise, the invite will just be sent the way it is. But it's not an issue. You can just edit later.
So I'm going to uncheck this, the match general settings.
Yeah.
And if I wanted to change this, the mistake I made is I hit save when I should just hit the back button.
Yeah, sure. So we'll keep that ticked. They exclude items when they're out of stock because they're looking to buy stuff. So they won't be buying stuff that we don't have currently. So of course we want to show prices. Then you can see that we have like pricing currency, normal price. And you cannot change this right here because this is connected to your customer info on inFlow. So do you have your inFlow open, Kerisha?
Not in the web app. I can open up another tab, like to compare the product.
Yeah. Just to show them the pricing scheme.
Yeah, let me do that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I had everything set up, but my computer doesn't want to work.
So here we are.
Yeah.
So for Warner, they've set to the price, the normal price.
Mm-hmm. We have two prices set up for this store, so the normal price and the retail price, but he's a regular customer, so we just give them the normal price. And if you don't have anything chosen on the pricing currency part of your customer information, it will just go back to your default, which in this case would be our normal price. Okay, so now back to what were we doing? Okay. Oh, you need to. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. It's because I didn't have a second tab open.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's matching what we had for this customer here. So normal price is here because I'm inviting that customer, and that's what we already have on their customer record.
You can see. Could you go back just because we're talking about that? You have over there the taxing scheme, and we don't have anything selected. So as I mentioned, it goes to default. And on this particular store, we don't have any taxing schemes. So if you go back to the invites, you can see that it says just no tax. Then display settings, you can toggle to not match the general settings exactly. So in this case, we're going to only show availability because it doesn't matter. It's not a preoccupation for Werner or what's his name to see how many items we have. And then we should keep the picture, category, and description. Yeah. Okay, and measurement and remarks, we are not using it currently on our shop. We could, but it's not necessary, so we just toggle them, we just tick them, untick them. That's the way you do it. And then you have here this message that you can send them. You can customize it. You can change the subject line because they're going to receive an email with the link. They will need to click the link, register if they're not registered yet, and then they can go on a shopping spree. So you can change the subject line. And if you take a custom message, you'll also have a new area that you can fill with your custom message. But let's just leave it as default and send the invite. There you go. So your invitation has been sent. So now he has a new email on his email account with a link that I had ready to to show you guys, but it's just a link, really. It says, "Hi, you've been exclusively invited to view our product information online, and please accept your invite and access your showroom now." They click the link, they need to register, and then they have access to the showroom that you made for them.
Before you move on, we have one question here from Joanne. What about sending to new customers? So I think right now we went over inviting existing customers. Yeah. Could you show Joanne how to invite new customers who are not currently a customer?
Yeah, sure. It's pretty much the same thing. You just click invite someone. And then because you don't have them as a customers on your inFlow, you just write their email. And it's the same process from there. And once they place an order, they'll have to fill out their name, their address, and all of the other info. And once the order is placed, you're going to have all of their info created as a new customer on inFlow. And I think that's it. So also, Joanne is also asking what is required to register. Just to select not to select, the email that was sent. They need to add that email and just create a password. And that's it. It's pretty easy. That's why I like Showroom. I think you're muted, Kerisha.
Oh, that's weird. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I think Webinar Jam, it just keeps turning off my sharing and everything. Sorry. So the ones that are already saved in your database have the customer name listed, and the ones you invite by email don't have that. So you could see all the other people you've invited who are just not in your system, but you want to invite by email. And as mentioned, when they are emailed, this is pretty much what they'll see, an invitation. This is the generic message. It puts your name of your store in here, and then you could just, for the customer you're sending it to, they just have to accept the invite, and then it'll prompt them to make a password. So that's all they'll have to do.
And thanks for showing that. That's exactly the email that I wanted to show, but I didn't have it. Okay. Okay. Any other questions? I think we got them all covered. Oh, will they be able? Oh, Tav is on it. Yeah. Will they be able to use that register info in the future? Tav has just said yes. Once they make a password, they can reuse the same login to see the showroom every time.
Yeah, so and they can keep placing orders.
Oh, is the email template config? Another word that I don't know how to say. Yeah, thank you.
If you want to select, I'm going to hit invite someone. Yes, you can, because there's a custom message option. So let me just make another one. I may have used two already. So when you're going to invite them, I'm just going to skip to, you can just select custom message, and that's where you can put in your own templates. And that's where you can put your own message here. Is there anything else?
No, I think. We also have one from Mike. I've had customers getting error messages when attempting to register for Showroom. Is there a browser or firewall limitation for customer UX at this point?
We probably have to just do a bit more digging there. So we'll have to take a look. So we'll definitely I'll try to contact you outside of this just so we can take a look, because some browsers are more friendly with Showroom than others. So it's good to let us know if you're able to find out wherever you might have a customer seeing an error, so that we can definitely troubleshoot that.
Okay.
Oh, Harris, you're not referring to the custom message?
Oh, the whole template?
To actually customize this part, unfortunately, this is hard-coded in, I believe. So open up the email that someone will get once they're invited. Okay, I have the email open here. And because the email that's here is what is mentioned in that invite window in that default section. So this area isn't able to be changed unless you use the custom message.
Also, I'd like to add that if you'd like to custom that that message that's going to appear, it's going to appear before the please accept your invite, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I think that's there.
Because
And
the
you
rest
can
of this
also,
needs to be there.
yeah, you can also change the subject line.
Mhm.
But I think that's pretty much all the things you can do regarding showroom invitations.
So, Harris, let us know if we answered your question. I'm not sure if we did, but this part here, you're not able to change the default template, unfortunately. Besides just using the custom message to do that, to change it, what's in here.
Okay, so can we add videos also for products? Nope.
Not at the moment, but that's a
Yeah.
good
That's
question.
That would be really cool.
Mhm.
You can add several pictures if you add them on the web app. Because if you're using the desktop app, you can only choose one picture to upload. But on the web app, you can choose several. So if you have an item with several pictures, your customers can just scroll through them. So there's also that.
Okay. All right. I guess we should continue.
Yeah, I think so. So
I think we got everything.
yeah, could you just go back to the other slide?
Which
the
one?
other one?
This?
Yes, that one, because I mentioned three different scenarios. So I don't think that we actually need to show it, because you just need to move your settings. So if you just want to, for a customer that only sells tech items, you're going, well, in this case, it's a retail customer that only sells tech items. So if we have a customer with the pricing scheme of retail price, it's going to show up on your showroom while you're editing it, and they're going to have a different price once they're buying. And you can choose the categories you want to show them. So in this case, just tech items, you would just show them like games and movies and maybe music. And then finally, a possible partner that wants to take a look at what we sell. That's pretty much what we did while we were setting up our public showroom. We just want them to know what kind of items we sell. Now we should show them every item, even if they're out of stock. You can decide to show them the price or not. And I think that that's pretty much it. You don't need to show them how much you have in stock, but just like a catalog, I guess.
Great.
Okay, so I think that's all for now. Let's go. So what happens if you update your special access showroom settings for a specific customer? So if we go back to our showroom, I'm sorry, Kerisha, you're going back and forth.
That's okay.
Yeah, you just need to click Edit Access on the customer you want to change. And then you change whatever you need to change. And then down on the bottom, you can see, don't save it yet. Yeah, you can send them an update like, hey, you can now see more or less, it depends. And you can update them if that the showroom now has changes or not. They won't receive any kind of updates, but you just save and the showroom will be the way you want it to be. And now you don't need to go back to the slides, because I know what's happening next is, what if you want to cut showroom access to a particular customer? That's really easy. You just click the X on the right, and it removes every customer access from that showroom, and it deletes the showroom that you created. And now the interesting part would be how it looks on mobile. So I don't know. Do you have TeamViewer there, Kerisha?
I do. Do I gotta open it?
Yeah, sure. Because I have it here on my phone, and if you open TeamViewer and I send you my ID,
Okay.
you'll be able to see Showroom. Let me just check if everything is okay here.
Okay. While I do that, I'm gonna just look at the chat.
Oh yeah, please.
So let's see. So can we add videos also for products? So not at the moment. I think we already mentioned that, but that would be a great idea. Okay, let's see. Demo placing an order and fulfilling it. That's actually coming up, MJ. So sorry for the delay. We are going to show that, especially with the inFlow Pay section. We're going to show how a customer would place an order. And we can go from there. Actually, for now, because we already have some orders that have been filled. Once an order has been placed in Showroom, whether they have the payment section on or not, it just goes into inFlow like a regular order. So I could just quickly show you here. If I just go to the sales order list, almost all of these have been made from the online showroom ordering process. And so it just hasn't been paid and it hasn't been fulfilled yet. They would just come into your system as normal. So there isn't different order numbers or anything at the moment. Right now, they just blend in with other orders that are made from within inFlow, and you could fulfill them as usual. So that would be pretty much how you could process it, whether it's been paid or not. The only difference, if again, we're going to get to inFlow Pay a little bit later, is this pay, it would already be paid. That would be the only difference. But it would then, once you fulfill it, it would then deduct the inventory from there. So I'm just going to go back to the showroom section. Let's see.
Actually, could you go down a little bit, just because? Okay. Oh, they already have inFlow Pay.
Did I miss a question?
No. I'm just saying that here on the Showroom Special Access, all of our customers have inFlow Pay enabled.
I'll have to get back to that. I'm not sure why that's showing there. I don't know if that's something that I might have to bring in.
Yeah, because I wanted to show how Showroom looked like on mobile. And I think you need to re-invite.
Oh, that's why. Never mind. Now it's not. Now it's disabled. Sorry about that. I think I turned it on in your account. Okay, so yeah,
just,
that would be it.
Go to the Amanda account and edit their access and send me an update, please.
Great.
And then once I get the email, you'll be able to see the email itself and Showroom. So let me just get TeamViewer here. Okay. Do you have TeamViewer?
I do. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, so 1714 359 362.
And password?
It's not needed. I just need to click allow.
It's there. All right, so now here is Núrya's phone.
Okay, cool. So I just received that email that my showroom was updated. And now I just click view the changes now. And this will now work. Let me just open in Chrome. Okay, let me see here. Okay, just choosing my category. You can see everything on the showroom, and it looks pretty neat here on the phone. And I think that that's pretty much it. So let me just check if our next step is to, so our next step is what happens after a customer places an order. So we're just going to get from there. So I'm just going to pick a few items to order. For example, I want to order some merch. I want this cute little thing. You can see that here on your basket, you now have this. So let me just go back to list. And now let me see what else we have. Let's just add this one. I want 2 of this one. So you have 3 total. This we're demoing it on the phone, but it works just the same on your computer. So we click checkout. And now, because I'm already a registered client here, you already have my name and my address and everything. You can write a special request like wrap it. And then billing details, you can use the same as the shipping address, and you have your total. And then you just click place order. Let me get rid of this here. And you can see that the order was placed and your order number is this one right here. And now we're about to receive an email that our order has been placed, and the account holder will also receive an email for that. And Kerisha, could you go to inFlow to just see that our order is there?
Okay, and there it is.
Yeah. And this is just like any order you have. You have everything that you need to know. So you have all of your items, you have total, and then you just need for them to make payments and fulfill the order. And guess what? It's already here.
You already bought it.
Sorry. It was really lame. Anyway, and that's pretty much what happens while you not exactly buy, while you place an order on Showroom. Because for buying, Kerisha will show you later on. And I think that's it. So it's time for questions.
Yeah. So now that we are finished the demo,
Mimo is amazed at how quickly we ship things out.
Yeah, especially the international shipping.
Yeah.
How is freight added before a customer pays? For freight, how is freight added before a customer pays? That is based on the settings, I believe. So. Let me take a look. Oh, I got to get out of presentation mode. Now, I don't think we added any shipping or any kind of settings depending on that.
I think you need to add shipping on your order. So there's a place where you can customize your message while people are checking out, saying, please notice we don't have shipping. The value of shipping. Yeah, thank you. It's not included.
In the edit checkout. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, actually, I missed that. Oops. Yeah, but that's important. So prices do not include shipping, so you need to go manually to your inFlow order and add shipping and then contact the customer. But please be reminded that this is the part where people are not paying before.
Yes, this is where they are just placing an order. So they'll be emailed back from inFlow if there's any changes like the shipping charge or anything like that.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Tabas and Tamim are on it.
Okay, great. Let's see. All right, so I guess we can continue.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so next is actually where I am going to present the inFlow Pay section, specifically how it works with Online Showroom. Actually, but another question just came in. Can a customer add a PO number when ordering? I think there is. They can probably put that in the and maybe in the remarks when they're ordering.
Oh, I see.
Actually, I don't have a live showroom open.
Yeah,
are you able to do that on your phone? I still have your.
Yeah, sure. Just share it, please. That's actually fall on the special requests. When I wrote rapid, you can add that. Can you show the?
Oh, it says it's already connected. Do I
No,
have it?
you're not showing on
Oh,
your
sorry.
screen. Yeah, there you go. Like on it, sorry, let me just go back so you can see where we are. So we're on the checkout page. You have your details, shipping details, and then here on the bottom you have special requests. You can insert like PO number and then just da 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 da. And there you go. Place. Oh, I think I placed yet another order.
It's okay.
Yeah, this is order number 6. Hey, look, it's here already. Sorry. Let's go.
All right. All right. So I guess now we can start with talking about inFlow Pay. So
I'm gonna disappear for a while
okay.
because there's too much blue on the screen, but I'll be here.
Okay. So inFlow Pay is a new feature that our team released where we can accept payments from orders sent out from inFlow. So these can be done in a couple of different ways. So first, what is inFlow Pay? Well, actually, I just explained it. But yes, it's a way for accepting payments from your orders in inFlow with the online showroom or from emailing or sharing your invoices from inFlow. So inFlow Pay is pretty much going to allow customers to pay it right away. Again, I briefly mentioned it before. If you have some customers who have a certain payment term on their account, let's say net 30, we can make an exception for that. But for otherwise, if you want customers to be able to pay right away, they can. So how does this work? So for us to do this, we were teaming up with a payment processor named Bambora, and they're going to handle the funds and the transactions. And the inFlow side, we're pretty much just creating this way to, we're creating that bridge to allow the payments to get made and deposited to your account. So we're working with Bambora because inFlow, like we're not a payment processor. We're not able to go and handle funds and deposit into bank accounts. So that's why we have teamed up with them. So that does mean with this feature, you need to create a Bambora account, and certain things need to be done in Bambora. For the moment, this is only for US and Canadian currencies and for companies that are registered physically in US and Canada. This is just for our first release of this. So if you are in another country and you want to be able to use this, please let us know, because then we'll know which currencies are requested for this feature for hopefully like a future expansion. So what are the rates? So here I have a table of all the rates that are here that are available. The US currencies start with Visa and MasterCard with 2.9% of the order total plus a flat fee of 29 cents. You can also for American Express, it's 3.4% of the order total plus 29 cents as well. I do have an asterisk next to USD with Amex, and that is because with Bambora, by default, the American Express payments from your customers won't actually be set up by default. So if you do want your customers to be able to pay with their American Express card, then let the Bambora rep who will get in touch with you know, like, because you're going to get an email from Bambora to say that your account is set up. Just let them know that that is what you would like to be able to receive, pretty much payments from MX. And then we have two more settings here. For Canadian dollars with Visa and MasterCard, the same rate, 2.9% plus a flat fee of 29 cents. And the same rate for American Express. This one is included, so that there's no additional setup required there. If you are a Canadian company that uses US dollars, similar to pretty much our company, we are located in Canada, but we charge in US dollars as that's like the standard. So then you would have a 3.5% of the order total plus 29 cent flat fee. And this is only for Visa and MasterCard. Amex wouldn't be included for accepting payments there. So these are the fees, and this would be how you can use inFlow Pay. So how long until receiving the payments from Bambora? Right now, it does take roughly pretty much 3 business days after your transactions for it to be deposited into your account. So you can expect them at that time. I don't know if they're able to be any faster, but just to set everyone's expectations, it's pretty much 3 business days after the transaction. Now, setting up inFlow Pay. So I'm going to do a demo here. I'm just going to run through the sign up on this side and not actually walk through it live, only because we already have it set up on our account. And to answer Mimo's question, it is already live. It's in beta right now, but we have a knowledge base article for setting up inFlow Pay if you do want to try it on your side. So it is available to be used right now. So first you go to the inFlow web app and go to options and then click on account. From there in the account section, you will see this inFlow Pay section here, and you can just click on the get started button. Once you click on get started, you'll get redirected to this page here where it'll ask you to create a Bambora account. So you just have to fill in your information, just your name and your email address. And then Bambora will get in touch with you in 3 days to confirm your account's been registered. So once your account is set up, inFlow, our team will actually get emailed and notified that you have this set up on your account. And you'll also see on your end that the inFlow Pay section says enabled. So you'll know that this means you'll be able to start using the inFlow Pay features. And as soon as it's enabled, the emailing for inFlow Pay is turned on. So you can email orders from inFlow with that, and you can turn that off by selecting the edit settings. Okay, so now I'm just going to demo this. And again, it's going to be in options and showroom because I didn't show you the showroom side of using it. So I'm going to show that now. Okay, so back to the same page that we have here for showroom. I'm going from the fact that there's already a showroom that's enabled, and I'm going with the same settings that Núrya already was using. So from here, I'm just going to click on edit checkout settings. So right now, checkout is already enabled because we're able to place orders without taking any payment. But if I want to be able to take payment, then all I have to do is select accept. From here, it's going to show that this will only be able to, you can only take payment for the customers that use US dollars. And for this particular showroom, that's with the normal pricing scheme that we have set up here. And then we have this setting here that has to do with payment terms. So if you do want any customers who have net 30 or net anything or any certain amount of days due as their payment term, if you check this, then it allows those customers to be excluded. It allows them to just place an order and they won't see the payment section. From here, I'm going to leave that off so that anyone can pay. From here, I would say just edit your checkout message if you want to change the default settings. And also you can edit the post order message here. So from here, I could just hit save.
Also, Kerisha, let me just say that this is probably the best part for you to double check the shipping thing, because you also had that please do not include shipping.
Oh yeah, that's where that's in
Please
the default.
notice that the prices don't include shipping. That's what I tried to say.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So here, this does mention it doesn't have the shipping. So for right now, that would be, yeah, when they pay, it wouldn't have the shipping on there. So I'd say I probably might have to get back to you guys on how to charge shipping, because right now I just can't think of it, but it might need to be a separate line item that's on there. So I'll definitely get back to anyone who has that question about how to charge shipping with inFlow Pay. So from here, I'm just going to hit cancel because I haven't made any changes. And from here, now inFlow Pay is active here, and you can see that inFlow Pay is active for all the special acts showroom customers. One thing I may not have mentioned is that this is not available for public access at all. Public access is strictly a catalog. They could see the items that are in stock, but no ordering can be done unless it's someone who has been sent a showroom special access invitation, which is how we already showed someone. So the inviting is the exact same. You select invite someone. It could be invite someone with an email or select a customer. You hit next. Let me put in a 2 there. And then the setting up of the showroom is the exact same. There's no difference in here for inFlow Pay at all. You would just hit select send invite. So is there any questions at this point, or should I just continue to what the customer would see?
No, we just have a question that says, "I have missed most part of the webinar. Will the whole session be available to download?"
Yeah, it'll be on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, yeah. All right, so from here, I have this in a different browser only because having inFlow open and having, actually, having it and being able to place an order, it needs to be in a separate browser. So let me just get that open. Oh, sorry about that. Just 1 second. So this actually has that's Bambora. Okay, so from here, actually what I'm going to do is log in with my customer profile, and I'm just going to select a private window for that. Okay, so here I have it. I actually have it under Tavis's account. And for the customer that you're sending it to, you can just select the item, and you can also then add that to the cart. I'm going to actually log out and log in under my own name just so that I can do the ordering. Oh, sorry about that. Let me just move this over. Today's the day of all the technical problems. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that that was an example of like the catalog showroom. You can see the products that people have, but you don't see the prices. Actually, I'm not sure if the prices were there or not, but it doesn't matter. You weren't able to order directly from that showroom.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. This is an ordering showroom. So if I wanted to order some stickers, get the same Funko Pop that Núrya has, I can order that. I can click on it again, and then it will increase here. Let me add some more to the list. I love classic Tomb Raider, so I like the classic Lara. So I'll add that. And I was actually just looking at this movie yesterday, so why not get the soundtrack? So now that I've added everything to my list, I don't have to go back to the main list if I don't want to. You can just click on the cart shopping basket that's here, and you can see all the items that are in your basket. So from any page, you can select that, and then you can continue to check out. So I can hit checkout here. And because this is already an existing customer in inFlow, all of their shipping information was already added. And then from here, this is where the customer just adds in their information. They add in their credit card, and of course all of that, and they hit confirm payment. Only because this is a live showroom and I don't have a credit card to show to charge, I'm not going to fill this out. But all of the from here, it would just say your order's been created, and then it will be made in inFlow. So yeah, that is ordering, and this is what the customer would see. And then it would just create another order into inFlow, just like what we showed previously. That would have all of the information there, and it would already say paid. So I'm just going to pause here. Is there any questions that I can answer just before I move on?
Not currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So what I was going to do is also show you what it looks like once it's in inFlow. And let me see if I have that also here. Let me just double check. So I have this here. Okay, so I do have a order already ready here. And it's in a different inFlow account. So When it comes into inFlow, it pretty much will, this is a separate order, but it will already be paid. And if I was, again, it looks pretty much the exact same. When I select the paid link here, once it's in inFlow, you'll be able to see the information that's here. So there really is no difference on how the order is made or how you deduct inventory. It's pretty much the exact same. The only difference is this payment methods, which I'll also go over a little bit later in these slides. So let me just minimize that. If there's no questions here, then I just want to go over a few notes with inFlow Pay about some details with this feature. So as I mentioned, this part is grayed out. So whenever you look at inFlow, the payment method section or payment details in both the web app or on the inFlow Cloud Windows app, you will not be able to edit the payment method or the reference ID. This is because this is this is a stamp of a transaction that's already happened. We don't want it to be erased and there be an inconsistency with Bambora. So we've made this hard-coded so that it's always there. If you do need to make any changes to the order, you have to do it in Bambora to actually refund certain funds or make any changes, and then make a record or a note of that here. So you could easily make another line item on this screen to show the change that's happened. Let's say it was a refund. So Bambora, even though we don't, we're mainly taking the payments and we're like giving away to accept the payments, but there are going to be times when you as the merchant need to actually go into Bambora and actually look at orders. Actually, I'm going to go back to the previous slide. If you look at the reference ID, this reference ID that's in the payment method screen, this is how you can use, how you can find a particular transaction in Bambora, and that's actually the transaction ID here. So in this particular case, that's what this is. And you can also look at all of your transactions if you were to go to the reporting and analysis and then select transaction report. So let me just go to that because I have that also in my other browser. So I'm just going to log in here. And I can go to reporting and analysis. I can go to transaction report, filter the date so I can see all the transactions in a range, and then select refresh. So when it comes to Bambora and things on the Bambora side, we'll definitely try to help with it as much as possible. Sometimes we might have to refer to Bambora to get more details on something, but this is at least how you can find your transactions. So these transaction numbers will relate to the reference ID that is in the payment method screen of inFlow. All right, any questions about that? I just want to make sure I'm not going too fast.
Well, it's not exactly about that, but Joanne is asking, will there be a place to identify which location the order will be placed? She will need to be able to run a report of what was sold to pay commission.
I think that would have to just go with the default location settings on the product itself. There isn't any settings within FlowPay to determine where it's deducted from. Not as far as I know. If any, I'm sure, I don't know if the moderators, if they know.
That's what we have right now, yes. So
Okay.
It is deducted only from the default location, but I can tell how important it is to Joanne to have orders split out by location. So it's something we can definitely consider for future improvements.
Okay, sounds good. So right now it would just go off the product default location, I guess.
Correct.
Not within FlowPay, you just meant in general, Joanne? Because if that's the case, if it has nothing to do with InFlowPay, then I'd say on the main location of the product, it would be best to set the default location and default sublocation if you have that, and then that would be where your products would deduct from. That would be a way to make sure that everything's coming from the right location. Okay, so So yes, that's Bambora. And this is how you would search for your orders, and then you can just click on them from there. So let me just minimize this. All right. And then my last point about inFlow Pay is that, as mentioned, it's only for US and Canadian currencies. So if you do have a customer who's in a different location, the only workaround right now is that you would have to change their currency to be pretty much to match your default settings. And then from there, they would be able to pay with inFlow Pay with either emailed invoices, or with the online showroom. So from there, if your customer's in another location and they do make a payment with inFlow Pay, their credit card will do the work of converting the transaction on their end, and they will pay the conversion rate from there. So right now, even though it's set to only set to accept US and US and Canadian currencies, they will have to be set to whatever your Bambora account is set up to in order to make a payment. And that, I'd say that's it for me. So any questions?
No questions for now. Joanne really wants us to set it by location. So as Tav has mentioned, that's something that we can bring up to the table.
Yeah.
Other than that, does anyone have any other question about Showroom, inFlow Pay?
Mm-hmm.
How's the weather like in Portugal? It's sunny.
Yeah,
So-
I don't know.
It doesn't seem like there are any more questions coming through.
Okay, so I guess we can just wrap it up here then. Tavis, I don't know if you want to join. Is there anything I missed with inFlow Pay that should be mentioned?
I think you covered it pretty well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
we have one more question. Is it possible to select individual products for showroom display instead of by category? Yes, it is.
Well, it's still by category though. You still have to.
Oh, yeah. You
Yeah.
need to go to the category and then select the product.
Yeah. So it's still broken down by category, but we could definitely show that.
Oh, and
So-
Penny is asking if it's sunny and warm in Portugal. Yes. Sorry, keep going.
That's so nice. So for example, I'm just going to edit the access for one of them. And if I, to have an individual product, first I'm going to uncheck matching general settings, select the arrow next to all products. And from here, like if I only want a few items, I could select all, but this is still done by category. So we could definitely take note of the fact, take note of your feedback. Because from here, if I wanted to select just one item, I'd have to go under games and start typing it in, or go under the subcategory and start typing in. What's a game that's in here, Núrya, that I could
Legend.
only one legend game? Okay, there we go. So you would start typing it in, and I'll select this one. It's the only one I played. I didn't finish Underworld. So I could select that one. Or let's say this person might want 3 or 4 games. And for this particular person, I hit save. Let me just edit their access again. And from here, it shows the 3. So I selected, let me go back to here. So I selected these. And sorry, it's my habit, I hit save. But once you're done, you can just go back to the back arrow and hit back again to change anything else here. But this would allow you to only show a few. It still does use the categories though.
Yeah. Well, they'd rather have a flag on the product itself to flag it on and off for showroom.
For what?
Yeah, on the same subject, Harry says that he'd rather have like a flag on the product just to flag it on and off on showroom.
Okay.
Thanks for the feedback.
Definitely log that. Yeah.
He also updated this will work though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So I think we're good on that one.
Okay.
Cal has a question. With inFlow Pay, a customer would have 2 charges, one for the product and one if the seller charges freight. It looked as though the customer payment just was charged without a freight amount. So that is correct. That's what the kind of limitation we have for Showroom for now. There isn't a way to add freight quite yet. But one way around that, if you do want to charge freight on every order, you can create a product called freight with a flat rate amount. And you just need to make sure your customers always add that to the cart when they make an order. But we don't currently have any functionality to like automatically calculate freight and include that in the order yet.
Okay. Yeah, and we can definitely add that to our feedback.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any other questions? Yes, we can wait a couple of moments just to see if any more questions pop up.
Yeah. So I'd say, for the most part, we are over that 1 hour mark. So we don't have anything else to present. And it's mainly just questions. And if there's anything that you'd like to let us know, definitely.
Any feedback is welcome.
Yep.
Oh,
anything.
yeah.
So, and I can also, I'm not too sure, was the inFlow article added to our chat?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Okay, so I'm going to add that here in case anyone wants to look into inFlow. I'll just add that here. So that is an article just so you can take a look at everything. The rates were all in there. Most of the topics that I went over is all in there too. And of course, there's more details about emailing as well. Oh, you're very welcome, Joanne. Let's see, is there anything else? I don't even know the weather here. So far it looks sunny. I don't know.
Oh, here's 25 degrees.
Oh, wow. Okay. So yeah, I think we can call it a day. Thank you for joining, everyone. So yeah, I think since if you don't have any more questions, we could definitely wrap it up. And if anything else comes, any other questions, we're always here. You can always email us at support@inflowinventory.com.
Yep.
And yeah, so I guess we can call it. And then we'll try. Yeah, thank you, everyone. We'll get this on YouTube as soon as we can. And yeah.
And thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.